Hi, Tony from Tony's E-Cig Stuff, and today we're going to be looking at an RTA, and it's the Merlin. You can see that there. Now this is a reasonably priced RTA, and I've been using it, to be honest with you, and it's a belter, but we'll go into that more later on in the review. So let's go down, open up the box and see what we get. Okay, let's open up the box and see what's in the Merlin. Let's have a little look at the sides. There's some interesting spec you might be able to make out. It says specification 23mm diameter, 4ml capacity, single and dual coil capable. That's if you stack the coils, you'll see this in a moment. Then it goes on to say 3mm juice feed holes. It's top filling through 2 large fill slots, full juice control, dual adjustable airflow, 3.5mm under coil air hole with a 2.4mm stainless steel insert. I'll show you what that's all about in a moment. Then it says 510 drip tip compatible, 47mm tall without the drip tip. And the contents of the kit, and it says here, it says complete Merlin RTA, 1 replacement glass tube, 1 user manual, and extra O-rings. So let's open it up and see if that's all true. So there's the RTA, we'll come back to that in a moment. So let's just see if what it says in the box is there. Spare O-rings and screws. Aha. A notch coil. Don't think I'll be using that, but I've heard good reports about it. Spare glass, always a good thing. And of course, the Allen key. And here we have the instruction manual. Quick look at that. Seems to be pretty good. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. These things back in the box. Oops, nearly broken spare glass. Allen key. Notch coil. Spare O-rings, etc. Let's just put that also to one side for a moment. Let's have a look at the RTA itself. Right. Yeah. There's your airflow control at the bottom. As you can see, airflow control, fully adjustable. That's the same on the other side. So whatever you adjust it on that side, corresponds on that side, yeah? 510 pin. See, good. Drip tip, is it removable, like it said? Yes, it's removable. Okay, now top fill. Before we go into top fill, something I need to point out here, and you can make that out there where the screwdriver is pointing. That's your juice flow control, and you can control that by twisting the nail section at the bottom. I'll turn this now. You should see in a moment, there it is. The juice port is opened, and there's one on either side, yeah? Now please be aware, when you're filling from the top, make sure that juice flow is switched off, and you do that by turning the nail, and watch this now, it'll block it off. Right, you ready? Blocked off, as you can see. When you filled it with juice, obviously turn it back, open the airflow to allow the juice. So as I say, when you fill it up, just watch here, always have that closed when you're filling it up, yeah? Now you would fill it up at the top here, it's just twists off, like so, and as you can see, 2 big juice ports there. Obviously this is the chimney, you never put it down there, It's down either side there, yeah? You'd fill it off, screw it back together, you drip tip back on, and when it's full, I don't repeat myself, this juice hole here would be opened by twisting this nail section, and away you go. Let's take it off altogether. Right, now you got a spare glass section, so obviously all this comes apart. I'm not going to demonstrate that now. And there's the deck. As you can see, two velocity style posts. However, there's a one side, you make that out here, it's a one side of that side rather than one in the middle either side. It's just directly at the side, yeah? So it really is for the single build, to be honest with you. However, you can do a dual build if you want to stack the coils. There'll be one there and one there on top of each other. However, I'm going to go with the single build. Now, here is the juice comes in, yeah? So when you're using the thing to open up, that's where it comes in at this point here, yeah? Now you may notice in the middle there's a screw. Now that screw there, you make it out. When that's left in, you can use this as a great mouth to lung, yeah? Make that out, yeah? More focus. Yeah, so that screw can actually come out. Let me just see if I can get a screwdriver or a screw head just to demonstrate that. And you can see this happening now, but I'll screw it up a bit. It's raised now. Now this actually comes out all together. When it comes out all together, then it becomes a great direct lung inhaler. But if you to leave it in, if you can see in the middle there, then you can make it out, there's a little tiny hole. Make that out. Possibly. Tiny hole. Put the screwdriver in, yeah? When that screw is left in, it just becomes a mouth to lung RTA. When the screw is fully out, then it becomes a direct lung. Okay. So what I'm going to do in a moment, I'm going to put a build on this and show you how simple it is to build on it. So I'll be back in a moment. The build I'm going to put on this, by the way, I'm going to remove that screw because I like to do direct lung hits. So I'm going to be removing that. I'll take it out now. Quite straightforward. There it is. I'll put it in the palm of my hand so you can see. There it is removed, yeah? And as I say, this, when in place, you have it screwed into the middle there, it makes it more restricted, so you can do mouth to lung. You know, for like newbies, that's ideal. However, I'm going to use it with that removed, so I've got the full airflow there, and you can make that out. That screw has been removed completely from there. I'm going to do the build without the screw. Okay, I'll be back in a minute with a build. Okay, we're back with the build for the Merlin. I'm going to do it in stages. Now I've got it on my 521 tab, as you can see. And it's just a single coil, as I explained to you before. You can do a dual coil if you want to stack the coils. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to stick with a plain old simple single coil build. Now this is just ordinary Canthol. And how you do this is, see these little grub screws, and you can make them out there. They screw out, and you just insert the wires through, tighten them up with the grub screws, and then obviously snip off the excess at the back. I think you probably all know how to do that, okay? There you have it. Here's the coil in its place, and as I explained to you can see underneath there, I have removed the centre screw so I can do direct lung inhales. Make that out maybe. Get an angle where you can see that, but I did show you earlier on, I've removed the centre screw so I can do direct lung inhales. Okay, so that's just a control coil. See what's coming out at. 0.52. That'll do for me. See if it's burning okay. Just fire it up, see what the glow is like. Come on. Yeah, that's glowing like a good one, look. That's the way you want it, from the inner to the outer to glow, yeah? Okay. Switch that off for a moment. And what we'll do next, we'll actually put our organic cotton. We'll wick the coil. So when I come back in a moment, we'll have some organic cotton on. And the idea is for the cotton to go through the coil, come down the sides, and just sit. You can make that out. Just sit so we can see it in like this little hole here. See where the screwdriver's going in. Just sit behind that. That's all it needs to do. Not come through, just sit behind it. So it'll come out and down into them wells, and it will just sit so you can see it. Okay, I'll get some cotton and we'll be back in a moment. Okay, that's the organic cotton. You can make that out the width I've done that. And we're just going to feed that to the centre of the coil. Let's see if we can do it. It's a bit tricky on camera, so just bear with me. Lovely. Okay. You want it so it will pull through nice and easy, like that, yeah? Now obviously that's far too much, so what we're going to do, we're going to cut it so that it sits down. So just, let's make that out. Sit down, so it just cuts. We're going to cut it just so it arrives about there and there. Right, okay, it's always a bit difficult on camera this, so just bear with me. So we'll just check again. And about that length there. And as I say, just double check with my thumb. Yeah, that should sit down quite nice. And the same. It sits about there, like so. So there you have it. And then we just gently tuck it into the side. So bear with me if this is a bit wobbly, but I'm doing it on camera for you guys, yeah? So, and in there like so. The same with the other side. Just turn it round. It's tricky on camera, this. Push it in there, just gently push it in, that is. Just tease it a little bit. Like so. Right, okay. So basically that's what we're looking at. Obviously you take a lot more time than I would when you're doing yours, but it's just to give the general idea. Now the reason I'm doing this, I'm not claiming to be good at coil building or anything like that, but I met a guy, an electrofag, Eddie. Hello Eddie, this is for you. I did say I would wick it up on camera, so it's for your benefit, Ed. So, I say hopefully you guys can have a look at that. It's a bit difficult on camera, but just get the general idea. Say, there's your juice holes, and your cotton just butts up to the edge, doesn't come through, just butts up to the edge. See that there, yeah? Hopefully you're getting a general idea. Okay. And then, before you put it back together, you take some juice, like so, and you start to prime it. So just gently put some on the top, on your coil, like so, let it soak in. And once it's soaked in, and you've primed it, you then reassemble. I'll just let that soak into my cotton. Then I'll put the tank on, I'll fill it up properly. So, that was close up and a quick build on the Merlin RTA. Okay guys, I'll see you back up top and we'll take it for the taste test and have a toot on it, yeah? Okay, we're back up top and I've got the Merlin RTA on top of my iStick 100. Air holes fully wide open, and as you can see the juice holes are also fully wide open. And it's currently 26 watts, my old favourite. People who watch me know I have moved my sweet spot, but I'm going to start it there anyhow. And it's a single canthal coil and it's coming out at 0.46 ohms on 26 watts, as you can see. Okay, let's take the Merlin RTA by Augvape for a toot and a taste test. Wow, look at that. Single coil, by the way. And these, by the way, I can't give you a price anymore because of TPD, but these are not expensive. The Merlin by Augvape, it's not an expensive RTA, and it's simplicity itself to build on, as you're seeing down below. Let's have another toot. The clouds out of that on a single coil is amazing, and the taste, I know the taste of this juice, it's one that I use quite regularly. It's a Jabberwock, and that's spot on, absolutely spot on. Yeah, no problems with that. So also you may notice, sorry for licking my lips, also you may notice when we're down below, I mentioned about a guy called Ed. This guy Ed, I met him at Electrofag in Smithdown Road. The shop was run by Chris. You heard me mention Chris before. Great shop, Smithdown Road. Go and check it out, it's well worth a visit. And there's a lad in there called Ed, and I showed him this because I've been using this for a while, to be honest with you, it's a belter. And I showed him it and I said, tell you what Ed, what I'll actually do, I'll do a full build for you when I actually review this. So Ed, hopefully that build down below helped you out, and you'll get yourself one of these, mate. You won't go far wrong, I tell you. So I'll tell you what, let's bang this up. It's only an 0.48 ohm build, 30 watts. Let's see how it performs at 30 watts. Well, that is amazing. That is performing like a champ. That is performing like a high-end RTA. I don't care what anyone says, and it's not high-end. I say TPD stops you from giving you the price, but it's reasonable, very reasonable. It's by Augvape, it's called a Merlin RTA, and that is performing like a champ. Outstanding. Let's be a devil. Let's see if we can hit 35. No dry hits neither, by the way. So 35 watts, single canthal coil. Air holes wide open, juice holes wide open. 85 watts. Let's see how it performs. Well, I think it speaks for itself, doesn't it? I can't fault that. That's amazing. No dry hits. Taste is phenomenal, because I know the juice that I'm using in that, and it tastes absolutely spot on. Okay, let's just see if we can push it just a little bit higher. As I say, it's only an 0.48 ohm single coil, so 38 watts, and let's see how it performs, see if we get any dry hits. No. No dry hit, and that was a belter. Guys, if you think they're getting an RTA, especially you new fellas and new girls, if you think they're starting to do your own builds and RTAs, this Merlin by Augvape is, as you've seen down below, and repeat myself, it's simplicity itself to build on. So if you want to get into rebuildables, this would be the fella. I strongly would say try that out. I can't recommend it. TPD, it's a bleeding nuisance, I know it is, but yeah, that would be a belter for a beginner, and also people who've been using RTAs for a while. I mean, don't let that put you off, the fact that it's not a well-known brand. That performs like a champ. So listen, hopefully this has been helpful and informative, and if it has, leave your comments down below. And if you've got a Merlin RTA, leave your comments, let me know your experience with it, share the experience with people. And don't forget, always click on the subscribe button, come and join me, you're more than welcome. Loads of vids have, and I'm made up with that. So hello to the new people, and hello to the people who've been with me all along. So I'm going to have a final toot, then I'm going to love yous and leave yous. So thanks for watching, and I'll see yous all in the next video. Sensational. Sound like Tony Blackburn. Other well-known DJs are available, of course. I can't fault that. The Merlin by Augvape RTA. Single coil build. Outstanding. It's only a 0.46 ohm coil. Single build. Get one.